Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. We'll see the Magic and the home team. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. Pass to Doncic. Inside. 5 to shoot. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Stolen by Zubac. LeVert with the wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor it.
Now here's Caruso. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Out to Doncic. From deep three-point territory. The long-distance three is buried. Oh, Stan, this should be a fun one. A clash at the center position.
Yeah, and Kevin, the way the game has changed, we don't see these kind of big men matchups much anymore. And so it's great to see one where two great big guys going at it, and they're going to go after each other.
And Stan, you know what you're talking about. You've had the opportunity to coach some great big men.
Oh, I have. I had Shaquille O'Neal, Dwight Howard, Andre Drummond. I seem to always have good centers.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
It's his first trip to the line.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Now let's go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Mark Dagnall. David?
Now, if you think Luka Doncic is a problem, you're right. Coach told me he reads the situation as well as anyone. We'll try to give him different looks. The goal is just to slow him down and try to make someone else beat us. We'll see where it ends up. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David.
And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor. And he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor on the floor.
Now, here's Doncic. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. That one goes in.
Once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
Here's Cunningham, averaging 23 points a game and is one of the more consistent producers on any given night. Now here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Caruso. Doncic outside. Here's Toppin. It's hauled in by Zubac. Now Cunningham. And there's the call on Donte DiVincenzo. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And the dunk by Zubac.
Keeping the eyes up. Smart play.
Orlando trails by 5. Doncic feeling it out. A wide open look here for Caruso. He drains it from beyond the arc.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Just showing some grown man strength there. Cunningham gifted at working through the contact.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Wow, that's a tough foul to take there. That gives him 2 early on, and the coach might have to cut his minutes a bit.
And that combination of length and instincts, that's what makes Cunningham so competitive at the defensive end.
Nice shot by Smart.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Here's Caruso. Offline with his 3. Cunningham outside. Got loose. It's stolen by DiVincenzo. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Oh, yeah. Caruso has major spring to his game.
Pass to Zubac. Outside for Smart. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. .122 left in the first. Shoots. No good from Zubac.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Here's Caruso. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Gallinari.
Well, that's the kind of crafty play you expect from Caruso, mercilessly baiting his defender.
Here's Cunningham. He's got 6. Pass to Zubac. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
Just his first attempt. Good on the shot.
Off the catch, nice balance, nice rhythm. Gallinari with a good-looking shot.
Pass to Caruso. Back to Doncic. They get it back. Beyond the arc. And shot off.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
To the wing right side. Caruso. Hartenstein with it. Toppin, no one around him. What a play. Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a perfect way to finish that quarter on a strong.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
First team foul.
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in the game, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind, and it's fun to watch. Pass to Caruso. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Out to Doncic. And a miss there on the triple.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look
the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Pass to Grimes. Back to Doncic. Down low. Here's Post. Clock at 4. Here's Grimes. Knocks down the 3-ball.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Cunningham left side. Now Zubac. Out to Gallinari. Back to Zubac. The rebound by Post.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Cunningham outside. Back to Zubac. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
Here's Zubac. He's got 8. The rebound by Post. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Magic moving the ball around. Here's Grimes. Back to Caruso. Doncic outside. Shoots over Zubac. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And in this second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Oubre with it. Back to right. Trying his luck from deep. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. We've got a chance now to check up on the Caris LeVert injury. David.
Oh, that is not what you want to see. It sounds like it's a serious injury. Injuries never come at a good time, but somehow it seems even more frustrating when they happen this early. Tough break for sure. Guys?
David, thanks for checking in. On top of it is over.
It's interesting. Even with the advancements in strength and conditioning, injuries continue to impact the game.
Well, this is a high-impact sport, and the league continues to get bigger and faster.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of that.
Back to Doncic. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Caruso. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Caruso's got 10 points in the game.
And Caruso knows how to catch defenses off guard. Great work off that catch.
Outside for Robinson. Knocked away. On the wing, Doncic. He has 7. It's deflected. Robinson down low. Here's Collins. Takes it off the glass. Collins has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, tough-nosed veteran. Collins is no stranger to having to overcome aggressive defense.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And finished off by Oubre.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Out to the right wing. And they're running. Pass to right. With 1 on the clock. And we've reached halftime in this one. Up by 10. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
25.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Pass to Poole. Robinson with it. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
It will be a re-jump.
Toppin with it. Now right defender. And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul.
Mitchell Robinson.
That is his first foul of the game.
Foul. First team foul.
And here is Doncic. In the corner, it's Toppin. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Toppin's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Magic. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
A drive by Poole. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. To the wing on the left. Back to Doncic. Pass to Caruso. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Zubac's no good. And the Magic with possession. They've got an 8-0 run. Pass to Toppin. To the inside. Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Now, here's Doncic. 10 points for him. Orlando moving the ball around. Here's Toppin. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Yeah, John Collins has a rangy build, so he has multiple ways to get points inside.
Pass to Caruso for the lead. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham. Here's Collins. Left side, Smart. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Orlando trailing here. To the middle. Doncic outside. Back to Toppin. It's stolen by Cunningham. Here's Collins. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Collins has got 8 points.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
To the paint. Here's DiVincenzo. Cunningham with some nice D.
When you challenge a player on a layup, that's what you want. Getting a stop without a foul. The defense wins that battle.
Zubac, that's good. 10 points for him. All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down 1, shot clock is off. If you could pick anyone in the NBA, who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. The guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
The situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was.
Out left to the wing. Doncic outside. Pass to Hartenstein. Now DiVincenzo. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area.
Now Zubac kicks it out to Collins. 16 feet away. No good from Zubac.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Substitution on the court.
There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. In the corner, it's Oubre.
Magic foul. Julius Champagne. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Now Oubre. Here is Cunningham. Clock at 6. Wide open look here for Zubac. Misses the jumper.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Quentin Grimes.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
And this will be his second and third shots to the line here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low number.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Leading by just 1. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our... And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Magic. They trail by 1. Pass to DiVincenzo. Now Doncic. And there's the call on John Collins. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Toppin. And Toppin throws it down.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? And so here's Orlando. It's a 1-point game. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That will conclude a 5-game road trip for them. Cunningham drives in. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Excellent at dishing the rock. Luka with a nice feed.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Out to Doncic. Inside. Doncic drops the hammer.
And sometimes defenses sleep on Doncic's ability to elevate. He is capable of throwing it down.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Alex Caruso. And that'll be his third foul so far. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. Our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, during the last break, here's what Mark Daigneault was telling his team. He told us, guys, I need you all to come together right now on both ends. This game is not over. You need to go out there and take control now. See how it looks coming out of the timeout, guys.
All right, thank you, David. The kick out to Poole. The shot misses.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Pass to Caruso. Now here's DiVincenzo. Doncic with it. From outside the arc. Doncic knocks in the three.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Here's Poole. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Poole.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Impressive work inside from Doncic.
And already in his career, Doncic displays a remarkable amount of pro moves, including that floater right there.
Wasted no time on that one.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
Doncic with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. Pass to Hartenstein. On the wing, DiVincenzo. This one for three. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Yeah, you look at this run they're on, and you have to give a lot of credit to their effort on the glass.
And here is Robinson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. Here are the Magic now. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Doncic. Caruso with the ball. No good from outside.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And it's the Magic's ball. They're on a 17-5 run. Here's Doncic. Levert defending. Doncic outside. There's a screen by Toppin. And it's Doncic missing. It's to Gallinari. And out of bounds is the Magic will gain possession. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He has decided it's the right time to talk. There's 1:54 left to play here in the fourth. Here's the teardrop. And it's Doncic missing. Cunningham drives in. Orlando grabs the miss. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Here's Caruso. Offensive rebound. Doncic right side. Stolen by Smart. And here's the fast break. Cunningham's shot is off. And it's Orlando's ball. They're on a 17-5 run here.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Magic.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Luka Doncic.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. They set the screen. 5 on the clock. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. So the Magic win it. A solid